quadrillions will be moved with the messaging standard ISO20022, and I believe that blockchains like Stellar XLM, RippleNet, XRP will finalize payments. And the reason why I believe this is because governments around the world, those of the BRICS nations and those in Europe, America, Japan, the G10, G7 group, G20, all of these international countries are working towards their CBDCs. Whether they want to admit it or not, that's what they're doing. It's clear as day that this is about money being moved quicker, faster, more secure with enriched data. And with the article on the Forbes, from the Forbes, around chips, this new bill for the president for crypto, and also EO, which should be presented to the president on his desk early September. This should usher in the new digital age and enable and ensure CBDCs are a reality. Now, I wanted to start by looking at what the UK are doing, because I didn't touch on that too much in terms of real-time gross settlement, and I want to look at the facts. We want to see what the Bank of England have proposed, what they're stating, what they're doing. So, without further ado, Nathan, please take it away. Real-time gross settlement. Okay, thanks for that, Nathan. So, this is from the Bank of England's website, bankofengland.co.uk, a new messaging standard for UK payments, ISO 20022, using data to increase harmonization, innovation, and resilience. So it goes on this page. It's the update, approach, and timetable to ISO 20022 migration. Payments data in the UK is changing. Benefits of ISO 20022. We're just going to go to that point because I hadn't really covered the update from previously, which was back in January, and I want to cover that. So we'll just take the first two for a minute and we'll discuss what CHAPS is. But I'll read on. Updated approach and timetable to ISO 2022 migration. In January 2022, we issued an update approach for the delivery of revised real-time gross settlement. That's what RTGS means, real-time gross settlement service. A brief summary on the impact of the revised timetable by stakeholder can be found on the summary of changes to Bank of England's ISO 222 migration announced January 2022 webpage. So you go to that webpage, you can see, we'll be going there in a minute. This page and the ISO 2022 technical resources page provides an overview of our current and final approach to ISO 2022 migration. So I want to cover this, but I want to talk about the benefits and the approach and what it actually means. So I read on. Payments data in the UK is changing. The UK payments industry is moving to ISO 2022, the emerging global standard for payments messaging. This standard creates a common language for payments and data across the globe. This change includes our sterling high value payment system, CHAPS. Now CHAPS, from what I remember when I used to use it quite frequently to pay engineers, was the banking standard for intraday payments, so same day payments. So you can expect, so if I sent an engineer a payment through the bank, I'd have to order in a CHAPS payment, which would cost me about £20 or something like that per engineer, as it were. And what that means is they would get a near instant payment, which was at that time a payment within like a day, right? Which is, you know, that's terrible now, and the fee on top of that. But if we were to make a normal payment, it may take 3 to 4 days, right? Which is a BACS payment. So that's what a CHAPS payment is in the UK, which will, so this change includes over sterling high value payment system CHAPS, which will migrate to ISO 2022 messaging in April 2023. So that's when the migration begins. That's when it should be complete, right? Because it's going through piloting right now as we speak. So what you could expect is better data and payments promises to deliver significant long-term benefits for the economy, to adapt to new messaging standards and accompanying data requirements. Your organization might have to make process and technology changes. Your organization will have to make changes. Okay, so to find out more about how we are collaborating with pay.uk, and I believe that pay is something that we're going to need to look at, because I think that it's connected with a specific blockchain. But on ISO 2022 payments messaging, we look at the benefits right now. Benefits as ISO 20022, flexibility. ISO 20022 can adapt more easily than current messaging standards, so it's more responsive to changes in the economy, emerging technologies and innovation. Now, that means that payments could be made near instantaneously, real-time gross settlement, okay, settlement within 4 seconds, and that's so important to make sure that liquidity is alive within the system, because the minute liquidity isn't alive, run on the banks, we have a massive economical breakdown. That's what this means. Harmonization. Over 70 countries have already adopted ISO 20022, so messages will be harmonized with payment systems around the world. Compliance and regulation. Richer data will make it easier for businesses to detect fraud and help target financial crime. Resilience. ISO 20022 will be used across many payment systems. This improves resilience by allowing rerouting of messages, which reduces the impact of outages on users. Enriched data. More data can be carried in it. More data can be carried. It enables more detailed and better structured references information. Competition and innovation. More flexibility means more competition and innovation in the financial sector. Better data may lead to product innovation. Well, I could tell you that will lead to product innovation. Straight through processing. Less need for banks to make manual interventions. Potentially fewer delays for the end customer. What that means is big companies, big institutes, not just banks, can use this messaging standard to say they're going to make a payment, okay? And then finality could be made via blockchains. Like what if you see the previous video that I did with IBM, Hyperledger, certain bank, Citigroup, Barclays, this is what it's about, okay? Other companies getting involved, markets getting involved, fund managers getting involved, sending these ISO standard payments, like IBM will do it for their clients, and this could be the settlement, real-time gross settlement for derivatives, which is a quadrillion-dollar market, okay? It's huge, all right? So I read on. Analytics. Enriched data will improve analytics. More efficient data collection may improve the decision making, and that's real. Our timelines and approach for CHAPS. The real-time gross settlement renewal program has continued to consult with CHAPS direct participants, the payments industry, other central banks and members of the payments industry on its plans of ISO 2022 migration. In January 2022, we announced an update to the migration approach and timetable of CHAPS to ISO 2022 messaging format. Transition state 1, preparation, pilot platform, pilot platform. Right now, we're in summer 2022. In summer 2022, we will deliver a pilot platform for CHAPS direct participants to support extended testing of the enhanced ISO 2022 messaging system messages prior to implementation in live. So that implementation in live will probably be around I would say it's probably about now to 2023 when they want to announce that it's been live, so they can make sure that it's been running for a while and there's no real issues there. Further details of this and requirements for testing and industry readiness will be released directly to Chaps Direct participants in due course for an interim period between, there you go, November 2022 and TS3 Spring 2024. The bank will operate the Euro Liquidity Bridge facility manually, specifically for funding Chaps Direct participants' Euro liquidity accounts, ELAs, in real-time gross settlement 1, which mirror monies held in the bank's Euro cash collateral account at the Netherlands Bank, DNB. Therefore, during this interim period, Chaps Direct participants will need to first contact Payment Systems and Communication PSC before they fund the bank's Euro cash collateral account at DNB. This is detailed in the Euro Liquidity Bridge. Changes for Chaps Direct participants had. So look, I'm not going to read through this all. I'm just going to say that piloting has begun specifically for liquidity to the Eurozone. Okay, and they're piloting this, and it's going to be there's going to be an interim period again in November, right the way through to spring 2024, in which at that point the system should have all changed over. So I just wanted to go through again what was meant, what actually happened in the actual summary of changes to the bank's ISO migration announced in January, the beginning of this year, right? So the summary of changes to the bank's ISO 20022 migration. Okay, thanks Nathan. So we're going to have to do that in another video. This video is getting a little bit too long now, so please check out the part 2 in this video here. Once again, I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. Smash the Zion coin up there, and see you in the next one right there. Have a great day.